Morning. You know, very often I've been asked this question, and in fact, I've questioned it myself as to why is it so difficult to actually get along with somebody, especially at work. I mean, we are dealing with human beings, we know that, and we know everybody is different. But still, since it's a matter of survival and we need to work for our daily bread, as we call it, why does it become so difficult? So, what I gathered and what I understood was that the way we work is based on the way we think. And that is based on a couple of principles, beliefs, values. And there could be others also. But by and large, these are the main things. So it's like, when you have somebody with you at work or at home and they're doing exactly as the way you like, you're very happy and you get along because they're doing your bidding. But anyone deviates, gender no bar, age no bar, but if any human being, let me put it this way, deviates from the way you think and you want them to operate, you get rattled, you get unsettled. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you going to get somebody who's going to comply 100% the way you want them to? Look around you. Has it happened? No. Is it happening right now? No. Will it happen in the future? Never. Because that's the fact of life. That is the reality we need to accept and move on. Yes, the word is move on. Now, if you have worked in an organization, and the big ones or even the small ones, but irrespective, all of them have a purpose. All of them have an objective. That objective is broken down into what we have seen very often as the vision statement, the mission statement, and then the values. Why are they there? Because the organization is driven by human beings, by people. People are the organization is people. And when a bunch of people come together, what we call as people from different departments, from different hierarchies, come together, all going in alignment towards that common purpose, that's when the organization grows, that's when people grow. Now, very often you have clashes, you have friction between people at different levels, across and vertically. Why? Very simple answer that I've got and I've understood and I've seen and I've experienced is the disalignment of that very vision, mission, and value. Very simple. If you value punctuality and you are at work or anywhere else on time, but the others don't turn up, you get flustered, you get upset. Similarly, when someone who you're giving business to or you're outsourcing your services to somebody and they don't service on time, the time they have given you, they don't deliver, you're flustered. There is a particular way you want people to organize their work and carry it out. That doesn't go as per plan, you get flustered. Let me give you an example. I was actually in a training program of the Northern Railway employees, parcel clerks, TT collectors, station masters, that band of people who have maximum interaction with customers. And in those days, I'm talking a couple of years ago, that they were having the Northern Railway and the South Central Railway, they were having this drive for improvement of customer service. So I was sitting in this bunch of about 50 odd people, men and one lady, all of them with bare minimum of 15 years of work experience in the railway. So I was like taken back in time because I didn't see a whiteboard, there was a blackboard. I had to write with a chalk. And I was allergic to chalk. I was wondering how on earth will I do it. But what went through my mind is, The first thing that came in my mind was, this is going to be interesting. I'm allergic to chalk. Let me see how I can overcome it. That was a challenge to myself. And to write in such a manner that it's eligible to the person sitting right at the back. And I'm a short guy. So how much of the board can I actually use? That was another challenge. The thing is, I took it as a challenge. Let me see if I can overcome it. Rather than complain about it. And then the last thing is, of course, you run away from it. That was one part. Then I had this one gentleman who said, sir, so many years I've been in the railway and I am abused and ridiculed by almost everyone within the organization and outside. Now, outside means customers. So I asked a couple of questions to this guy. I said, listen, how often do you interact with abusive customers, irrational customers, unreasonable customers? How often? And if you do on a regular basis, how long do these guys hang around you? Do they come home with you? Do they come into your office with you? How long? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? You can't entertain somebody more than that because you have other people to take care of, right? So that incident is with you for 15 minutes. Now, why do you get flustered? Is it because they are unreasonable or because you don't know your work? You don't know your processes. You don't know your policies. Because after 15 years of being in service, you will know the policies of the railways the back of your hand. That means you are the king of your product, not the client, not the customer. So your ability to explain and navigate through that problem will be easy. That should not fluster you technically. But you are getting flustered. Why? That's a question you need to ask. Are you focusing on the emotional side of the transaction or are you focusing on the process and work side of the transaction? That itself will give you the answer. And whatever it is, in 15 minutes the man is gone or the lady is gone. You're dealing with another situation, good or bad. So it's a very temporary thing. Should you get worked up about that? That's one. Second, internally, whether it's your boss or whether it's your associate, you know as a policy that people are rotated, meaning they're transferred every 3 years. So 3 years you have to just spend with this individual. Accept what there is to accept. Understand what there is to understand so that you have a working relationship. You need to get work done. There is a bigger picture over there. Focus on that. And guide people to focus on that and see what can be worked out. Because after 3 years, that person is gone or you are gone. So is it worthwhile spending so much of time on and stressing yourself out, knowing very well that either he is gone or you are gone? So, similarly, at work, nothing is permanent. Everything is moving on. But if you are able to work alongside that difficult person whose values are not aligned with you, who's not disciplined the way you may be, you got to have a dialogue. I remember a famous saying and teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. He only said one thing: the biggest battle is within you. You are your worst enemy and you are your best friend. There is nothing outside. The other individual is also battling his own devils. They are known as devils. So instead of battling devils, why not go beyond the devil and look at the bigger picture, how you can work things out that both individuals benefit. As we say in Hindi, फायदा कहाँ दिखता है? Unfortunately, the word फायदा is only looked at monetarily. Where is the money? Where is the money? If you are able to put money aside and look at how you can work together, there can be values that are common for both people. It may not be 10 on 10. Even if you get 4 on 10, that's good enough to start work with. And where is it that you can talk about and agree on certain things and agree to disagree on certain things and move on? It's not necessary that you will be good at everything. It's not necessary that the other person is good at everything. But it's definitely possible that you are good at giving him something that he requires, and he or she can give you something that you require, and you come to a common platform without getting flustered. And as you know, in organizations, everything is not hunky-dory. You will not get good results immediately. You will get a good result maybe later. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe a month later or a year later. Certain things require you to be patient. When you are trying something different, when you are changing tracks, your value systems are being shaken, your discipline or your principles are being questioned, you need to be patient with yourself. The problem is we lack patience because of some external pressure, because of some deadline that you need to take care of. Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of you, that individual? Because if you break down, then nothing is going to happen, let alone work. So I leave you with this one thought. Are you willing to look at the bigger picture and see where is it that those values of yours align with the organization, which means the people working in that organization? Everybody has got a mixture of different elements that make them function. Some are nice, some are not so nice. Some are effective, some are not so effective. That is what makes the human being. But are you willing to face it, acknowledge it, and say and see where exactly you need to work? What is it that you need to work on? That's the beginning. And the rest is all in the journey. And it's your journey, as it is mine. Are you willing to move forward? Are you willing to work with what you have? Or have the gut and gumption in you to say, I'm not going to be working with this and I can't work in this, I will go somewhere else. Because that option is also available. You have the option to move out of that system that is not working with your value system, that's not working with your principles. It's up to you. Possibilities are available of aligning for the sake of the bigger picture, for the benefit of everyone. It's how you look at it and it's how you work on it. Because you are the best there is to offer to yourself. Give it a thought.